All right, welcome everyone. And this is another beautiful Thursday webinar that we are going to focus on production. At the end of the day, we're all here to produce, sales, and get the money and go after our dreams, the things we want to do. Now, there are different things we have to do. Now, we're talking about month of February. Already 1 month is gone. Can you believe it? So we have 11 months, 11 productive months. Hopefully, we can get one of those months off, vacation, go away, relax. So technically, you have 10 months to make money. Now, it all depends to you. You can have one deal per month, you can have three or more deals per month, and it's all up to us how we can do it. Now, this webinar is another webinar that is focusing on production. Today's topic here is the 10 things we really have to do to increase our sales for this month. And it's not too late. Yes, this is the 1st of February. So without any waiting time, let's start with the first slide. So remember, role play every Monday at 9 o'clock is not for us to get together and have fun there. It's to sharpen our sword. We want to be skillful real estate agents. We want to create a difference between us and an average realtor. Do not, please, do not be an average realtor. You have to aim higher to produce and be unique. You want to be one of those 5 or 10% on top of the list of realtor. Down there, there's nothing happening. Believe me, there's a lot of agony, a lot of headache, a lot of pain, a lot of worriness that's happening on the bottom, and contrary on the top, there's a lot of joy. All depends to you how you define joy, but there's a lot of freedom. Now, next week, I invited Zarak. He is a coach. He's an amazing guy. I attended one of his seminar. He's great, and he's working with a lot of agents. So I encourage you to come. He's working with your mindset, which is one of your most important tools that you have. We have a large variety of topics in the library that I have on YouTube. Go there and grab anything you want, and there are a lot of information. I try to be practical, straightforward. I'm not going around the bush and try to just fill up a YouTube channel for myself. This is for you guys. So go and it's practical. And if you have any question, get back to me and said, Ashton, do you have any instructional video regarding this topic or that topic? By all means, I can always help. 10 things to do to increase your sell. Number one, gear up your prospecting by 50%. All right. So if you are going flat for any other time, I want you to dedicate your February to blast it, to really push on what you can do. Instead of going 1 day or 3 days prospecting, I want you to go 6 or even 7 days. This is a special month only. So you're not going to die. Don't worry. You're not going to run out of energy. But dedicate the entire 6 days or 7 days to do prospecting as you never done that before. So this is high gear. Now track your prospecting activity. Don't go randomly because you're not a random agent. You are a determined agent. You're a strong agent with a strong mindset. And this is the direction you're going to. So track your prospecting and make sure you go back and review what you've done. If you are deciding to go for 6 days prospecting and at the end of 7 days you go back and you realize that you haven't done any of them, then please mute yourself. So at the end of 7 days, you go back and you notice that you haven't done anything, you know where the problem could be. So, and that would help you to correct your direction. Evaluate your progress. As I said, every day you go, you look back, and if you see you've done the task you're supposed to do or not. If you are going for cold calling, you ask yourself 3 hours a day would be enough, and make sure you spend that 3 hours prospecting on the phone. So Anyone can create a Excel sheet. I suggest you to create an Excel sheet like this. We are all different, so you might have your own style. You might draw it on a piece of paper and you want to have it handy. Some people wants to have it online, that's fine. But create an activities month, divide every day, like day one, day two, day three, and write down what you want to do. 3 hours of prospecting from 9 to whatever, if it's 3 hours, put to 9 to 12 that you can work on that and do your prospecting. If you need more time of prospecting to move up your prospecting to 50% more, then add after hours, afternoons hours to do your prospecting. Determine what you're going to do for the second day, third day, and so on. Gear up on your database input by 50%. Remember, every week you're supposed to put 4 brand new leads into your database. Now, for the month of February, I want you to add 2 more. So you have to have 6 brand new leads added to your database every single week. Now, if you get to the 4th day of the week and 5th day and you haven't reached, then find a way to really put those 6 leads into your database. Don't have mercy on yourself. Be hard on yourself for this month. Once you have a solid, strong February, I guarantee your April is going to be an amazing month for you. And remember, you are going to test drive your February. So really blast, really get uncomfortable with yourself. Do the things you've never done before. It's not the end of the world. You won't die. Tag anything comes to your lead CRM, tag them. So you can later on, you can organize your database and go after the one you want. For instance, if you are door knocking and someone said, well, they are thinking of investing in real estate, then take it to your CRM and tag it as investor. So down the road, in a month or 2 months, whatever is your timing, if you are mass emailing to investors only, that person is also selected. So your database is going to be organized and targeted. You're not wasting your time and energy here. Describe them as much as possible. If you create your database, your CRM, you put your leads in there. And if you're, for instance, you're door knocking, this person is interested in buying in 3 months. Go to the description, right? He had a dog called whatever, and he is new in Canada. He is renting. He wants to buy. Just put as much as description you could. So next time you go there, you already establish a relationship. You bring that one up to him, and he said, "Wow, you care for me because you know exactly what's happening here." Remember your database, and I go through this conversation with all the agents all time. If you are inactive in terms of filling up your database, within few years, you're going to notice that the number of deals coming down and down and down. Remember, your database, the jar you have, has holes on the bottom. Some of the contacts you created in your database go out of business, leaving the country, they die, they become real estate agents, their son becomes real estate agent, so they are all gone. So you have to fill up your jar, your container with new leads. And that's why it's crucial to continuously making that wheel rolling. So you continue adding new leads into your database and you start feeding them and nourishing them. Now, here is another a challenge that any real estate agent has, and let's not have February as one of those months. So what's happening here? You go and blast it and you get a listing. You do all your activities towards that listing, promotion, advertising, organizing yourself, calling all your friends that might be interested, put ads in Facebook. You forget your prospecting. So your listing activities, your promotion is on the top in terms of spending your energy, and your focus and energy on prospecting is down. So A way to solve this problem here is to systemize your selling process. For instance, when you get a listing, you don't need to spend hours to create a pre-listing package. It has to be done already. You have to have it already sitting somewhere. So all you do is just with one click, that would be emailed or printed out or would mail to that individual. Now, one thing can help you here is regardless of whatever, dedicate 3 hours, 2 hours, whatever, have that dedication for prospecting untouched. If you have a listing appointment that falls into your prospecting times, try to shift it, try to move it somewhere else. But protect with your heart, protect that hours of prospecting, as no one can cross it, no one can touch it. So if you said, I'm prospecting from 10 o'clock to 12 o'clock, you don't get an eye appointment or a dentist appointment at that time. That time is already allocated for that purpose. So that's a problem that's happening with new listing coming up. You forget prospecting. If you grab your calendar and highlight that 3 hours or 2 hours in the morning as is taken already, no one can cross it and no one should cross it. So remember, keep production and operations separate. If you dedicate your morning for production, producing leads, following up, all the activities for prospecting, do not mix it with paperwork that you do in the morning. Usually paperwork can go after all your prospecting is done, let's say afternoon. So in the morning before noon, try to finish your prospecting as much as possible. There are some exceptions, I understand, but try to separate your production and operation. Blast your CRM. Your contacts are not in yellow pages for you. I talked to many agents and they said, I have a lot of people in my phone. That is not your CRM. Your phone is not your CRM. Or I have it stacked somewhere on the paper. That's not your CRM. CRM means a database that you can interact with. And it's active, it's alive. It's not dead on a piece of paper or your phone. You are not working on your phone's database. You're working on your database through CRM, through drip campaign, through advertising, through email, through text messaging. You keep them active. It's not a dead plant. Get organized with your leads in CRM. As I said, tag them, organize them. If they are investors, they are buyers, they are sellers, they need to be follow up. Have the tags specific for that reason. If today is your follow-up day, you go to, let's say, KV Core, you click on the tags that have follow-up, start calling them. Assign drip campaign. This is what is missing with many agents. Sometimes you're busy. Sometimes you have to keep your leads into certain campaign. Let's say you want to touch them once a month. You want to send them video twice a month. This is what I do. So everything is organized, pre-organized. I don't want to put my production hours to organize myself to send videos to individuals. That has to be done in your operations time. Go fanatical on your follow-up. Get organized and lead into your CRM. We cover that one. So it shows that 2% of the sales made on the first contact. So if you have a brand new leads coming into your database, you met them at the door, don't expect them to turn into a sales for you immediately. Only 2% possibility that you can have that one. 3% on the second contact, third, 5% on the third, 10% on the fourth one, and 80% between 5 to 12 touches. That's why the drip campaign is crucial. You go out of energy, you go out of focus, out of goal, you have your bad days, you are falling away from your routines touching. But if you have a drip campaign has nothing to do with your emotions or your situation. It automatically does it for you. And that's what you need. blast automation, and that's where the drip campaign is coming. Use automation drip campaign through email, text, videos. Use three of them. Mostly these days, we're talking about video or text video. I do a lot of text video. I just grab my cell phone and I said, hi, this is Ashton. Just remind you that the interest rates remain the same this week by Bank of Canada. If you have any question, give me a call. And I use my cell. And that's it. That's the text video. Maximize your use of video. As we said, video could be twice a month. You send a video with a 60-second market news. People would appreciate it. It's not long, it's 60-second only. Now, use social media. I talk to many agents and they are saying, well, one day I will do that. Let me learn more. I don't know how to do it. Please go and use social media. As you see on this chart, you can get yourself exposed out there so people can see you 92%. So you're not a secret agent. You have to be out there. People can see you, recognize your authority. Well, Maria is having a lot of sales, a lot of information about how to sell. She's all over. Look, she's handshaking with this person or that person in the community. She's organizing an event. She's all over. And that's exposure. And that's what you need. Website traffics, loyal fans. I get calls from people who say, wow, you're everywhere on social media. I'm not. I'm just go on the routine basis. But people see what they see, and they create a perception out of that. Create your brand style when you go online. Post with purpose. Please do not post home for sale. People are not on social media to get advertised. They are there to interact with you. Anything regarding social events, anything about birthdays, weddings, anything that would touches their life. Have a target audience. Who is your target audience? I think you're all familiar with what I mean by target audience. If you're targeting investors, put articles about investing in real estate. You're talking about buying, selling. You can also put a lot of lead magnets. And in the past, I created a few videos on lead magnet. You can go on YouTube and grab them. Go supercharge on your open house. So when you give open houses, I have a good experience that I give open house on Friday between 3 to 5. That's exactly where parents are coming to get their kids from a school. So they see your open house sign. And I had sales happen through that. Parents coming a little bit early, open house sign, they jump in there before 3:30, before the kids coming out, take a look at the house. If there is anything, the cousins, friends wants to buy a house, at least the news goes out. But that's extra exposure for you. Also go to the neighborhood, knock at the doors. You're not shy. If you are too shy, this is not a good business for you, or you have to change yourself. So here's the question you should ask. Would my shyness determine my future? Well, it should not. If you can get anything that you're dreaming tomorrow, and anything is blocking you, including your shyness, you're timid, you're shy, you're not comfortable with people, put that one aside. There is a price for you to pay to be free. If you want to conquer and go to the top of the hill, you have to climb up. You cannot say my muscles are weak. Well, do the exercise. If you're shy, go front of video, go door knocking, talk to other people, go to Toastmaster. Come out of that shell. You are living in different worlds now. If you are comfortable where you are, well, stay where you are. But if you want to be successful, I'm telling you, once you can secure at least 3 deals a month, you are going to feel the freedom that you could have. Freedom not only for yourself, like most of the time I'm talking about giving away my money, helping others, orphanages, helping dog shelters, All of those freedom that comes because of the good action that you took today. So don't let anything bound you or hold you back because of that limitation. Go discover what is your limitation and cross it. So when you go door knocking, that's even if you don't get nothing from door knocking, consider it as a good exercise of publicly speaking to other persons. Send flyers with QR code. So when you go door knocking, have your flyers promoting the open house, the house that you're selling with your QR code that keep, if people are not there, they grab your flyer, they can take a picture from your QR code and they get into your world, the world that you are presenting them to your QR code, and you can have more than one or two QR code in your flyer. Or you can feel free to send your printed flyers to the neighborhood through Canada Post. Challenge yourself. Admit that you need to learn and use technology. Still these days, I'm talking to agents that they don't want to step forward and touching the technology. Technology is your friend. So get in there and learn. I'm not saying go and swamp yourself with technology and get lost in there. Pick one or two things that you want. Even go social media, just grab one thing in social media. You need to be more than average. And this is another thing that I challenge you to do. If you do the same thing you did last year, you will get the same result that you got last year. So if you want to be different, then be different. Do the things that you've never done in the past. Just challenge yourself. If you want to go out, if you want to come on Monday morning role play, just be my guest. Come and change yourself from average to a higher what is next level after average? Superior, better? Admit that you need training regularly. I need training. Everybody needs training regularly. Work on your mindset. Anyone has any questions so far? All right. So work on your mindset. Adapt a mindset of a victor. You're not a loser. You're not defeated. This is the name of the game. It's challenging. Making money is not an easy task. The money doesn't fall off the trees. You have to go work for it. And the good news here is you're strong. You have the license, that's fine. You have to stand up on your feet, evaluate what you need to do, and go for it. There are a lot of helps around. Uh, you can just decide what direction to go and go for it. Do not let anything stops you. I learned a good practice in the past. I'm going to share it with you. Anytime you feel down, um, even if you sometimes I go door knocking, something happened, and I go down, depressed, disappointed. I go back to my car and I said, who is my role model? What that person would do for me if he was in my place. And that would automatically, within few seconds, put me back to the right mindset of a conqueror. Adopt a positive mindset. I stay away from other agents or anyone say, well, the market is down. Look, interest rate is high and no one's selling. Stay away from it. Whatever recipe they have, keep it for themselves. You are a different person. Last year, we had a lot of sales in this GTA area. I think it's more than 50,000. 50,000 is a lot of transaction. You could have many of them. So the transaction is happening. It's just for you to don't give up and go and stand up and push it. Don't accept no for an answer. No one's going to make you a millionaire. No one's going to make you a successful person. Only you. So there are a lot of resistance. There are a lot of no's. There are a lot of challenges, but you determine what you want to do and go for it. I highly recommend you to have someone for accountability. And here's the number 10. Have a mentor or a trainer. Get into a coaching program. It might cost you something, but that small amount is not comparable with the amount that you can get at the end when you start selling homes. Usually one sales would cover your training or mentorship's cost. Get a mentor, or there is a difference between trainer and mentor. Mentor is usually walk with you alongside. Trainer would give you the recipe and tell you what you have to do. Invest in yourself. That's the most important things to do every single day, every week, every month. You need to put back into yourself to get a stronger, not only a stronger mentally, but also a stronger in terms of presentation. You have to be hard-headed for prospecting, hard-headed for follow-up, hard-headed for doing the routine things you have to do. Now, here is a small recipe for you as you're going to have a great February. Figure out what is the average price in your neighborhood. I just put $800,000. Expected commission is, let's say it's 2.5, $20,000. Now the income you like to have, let's say $300,000 for this year. That would tell you that you have to have 15 purchase, 15 transaction. Now, how you can get this 15 transactions? You have to figure out, based on your data, how many listings when you go, whether it's for selling or for buying, that you can secure. And then based on the number of people that you're visiting, let's say you visit 10 people and you close 2 of them. So every 2 closing, it requires you to have 10 leads, 10 potential leads that are going to sell or buy. And that's how you can figure out the number of people you need to meet every month. Find out what you want from your life, your career, and commit to it. Any question for me? Any question? Okay, there is a question here, is what's happened if we cannot reach our goal? And that's exactly where the accountability partner coming into. Find yourself an accountability partner. If you want to give me a call, I hold you accountable for at least the month of February. Do so. You can always give me a call or send me an email. But you need someone to say, let me pick Pam here, for instance. Pam, I'm volunteering you to be here. So Pam, today you said you're going to go and knock at doors and get at least two leads. Have you done that? Well, no, I haven't done that. You know what? I'm going to call you at 2 o'clock. You have time from 2 to 5 o'clock. Go door knock. So I push you to do that, and you're committed to work with me. Same thing you can do for follow up. If you have a conversation, or you have a conversation with someone, or you keep yourself accountable, said, okay, this morning I'm going to spend 3 hours of follow up, and afternoon I'm going to spend another 2 hours of follow up through my internet leads that I got. Then you check mark yourself at the end of the day. If you are not if you cannot reach your goal, then you know what? Instead of working 5 days or 6 days, go 7 days. Go until you can get whatever you supposed to do. This is only for fun month of February. And I guarantee you, if you do all of these steps that I told you, you can land on a beautiful April or March. Depends how soon they close. You can fill up your database. I'm not saying to continue doing things for the rest of the year if you cannot, if it's too high for you, but at least 3 times a year, you have to have that kind of month, a supercharged month, that you can put yourself under more pressure to commit to your goals. Any question? You all know everything, right? So Don't forget to come on Monday, role play from 9 to 9:30. Next week, we have someone special, a coach that is invited. Come, that would help you with your mindset. If you have any question, I get calls from other agents saying, can we review the business plan we have this for this year, the steps that we have to do? By all means, give me a call. We can have a Zoom call. I can help you on that one. Don't forget to go on my YouTube channel, subscribe, and also watch some of the videos. Feel free to send me an email, said I need a video instruction regarding this and that. Heavy core eventually would come within the next few weeks. I'm organizing a timing for that on Thursday. And if you have any question, give me a call. I think we got at the end of our webinar. And let me see if there's anything in chat. Thank you for presentation. Thank you everyone for joining, and wish you a great productive day, week, and February. Please, guys, go and make it. You can do it.